Well, hi there, it's Brooke, and we are going to start another What's for Dinner. So I have a new cookbook that I was inspired by when I did the last cookbook collab a couple months ago. So I bought Chrissy Teigen's Cravings cookbook, just the first one. I found it on eBay for a pretty reasonably priced, and it's like brand new. I have picked out 3 recipes. I think we got a good mix of kind of stuff to make. I tried to pick out ones that I thought the family would like. I'll show you the cookbook here, and then we'll get to cooking. So here's the cookbook. So she has like an introduction about how she cooked with her mom and her dad, and she kind of has a mix of different things that she cooks. She has all these like tips and tricks, and then before each recipe she kind of has a little like paragraph or two about why she likes this and different things. So I thought that was kind of neat. Don't know a lot about Chrissy Teigen, but it looked good, and the recipes I picked out I'm excited to cook. So the first recipe I picked was the cheesy jalapeno tuna casserole with potato chip topping. I've been wanting to make a tuna casserole for a while, so when I saw this I thought that would be fun, and we all like a little spicy. It does make a lot, so we might have to share some with my father-in-law because sometimes it takes us a lot to eat everything. And she did talk about that she uses kosher salt, so if you're using regular salt to use a little less, so I'll have to remember that. We need corkscrew pasta, cream of mushroom soup, tuna. I have skim milk, so hopefully that works. Frozen peas thawed. Crap, I didn't thaw my frozen peas, so I'll have to go do that. Celery, jalapeno peppers, and man, those were hard to find in my grocery haul a couple days ago. Walmart was always out of them, and Hy-Vee had like one. I got some shredded, extra sharp cheddar cheese, black pepper. She uses freshly ground, so she said if you're using other stuff, maybe use a little less. And then for the potato chip topping, she uses 3 cups of jalapeno flavored potato chips. I thought that would be a little much, so I bought a bag of jalapeno and a bag of regular, so I'm gonna mix the two, and then just more cheese. Here is her little story that she has, and then here is the casserole. Pretty simple to do, and I'm gonna get the supplies out and we'll get going. So there's my frozen peas thawing. I'll just let them sit in the water here, and then they should be good when I need them. Now we're going to combine everything in the bowl and then get it ready for the baking dish. So it says pasta first, and I cooked the pasta for 8 minutes. So mushroom soup. I put my 3 cans on my mesh strainer and then just push on it to get it as dry as possible. 1.5 cups of milk. My 1 cup of peas, 3rd cup of celery, 4th cup of finely chopped fresh jalapeno peppers, 3 cups of, extra sharp. Well, I got sharp, whatever. So this is 2 cups. It's 2 teaspoons, so I'm going to use 2/3, which I'm going to use a really good 1/2 teaspoon for my salt. And then black pepper. So we're just going to sprinkle some black pepper in there. So let's hope this fits, because she said a deep one, but I don't have a deep one. I just have this one. Oh, I think we're going to be good. That's full. So I need 3 cups of crushed chips. So I'm going to pour some of these in here and the other ones and crush. Yeah. Now I need 1.5 cups of the cheddar cheese. I just got the sharp, not the extra sharp, so hopefully it all turns out. We're just gonna pour that in. Ready for the topping! Gotta show you how full I got that. I've used every square inch of my pan. I'm gonna show you the top here. I tried to get it to the edges, but not so it would tip over. I'm hungry. I hope this is good. I just took it out of the oven. The topping is nice and golden brown and it was bubbling. It's cooling off. I took it off a little early because it was spilling over the edges. I'm just going to let it sit here a few minutes to kind of calm down and then we're going to eat and I'll let you know how it is.
Hi, my name is Nick and I am going to give my review of this delicious casserole which has the longest name ever known to man. It's called Cheesy Jalapeno Tuna Casserole with potato chip topping. Ooh! Alright, here's what it looks like, the aftermath. Overall, I say it's probably the best tuna casserole I've ever had, but my experience with tuna casserole has pretty much been like tuna helper, so yeah, not a real high bar to beat, but it was really good. And it had a lot of good textures in it. It had celery in there, and it had like jalapeno chips on top, crumbled up there, so that had a good crunchy texture. It was almost a little too much, but all in all, it had a really good taste, and I would give it probably about an 8.5 out of 10 since I have to give everything a numerical rating. I hope Brooke makes this again because it's really good. And I guess this is it for my review. And I don't know how to end this, so I'll just stop talking. Thanks for watching. Hey Chrissy, what would you give this cheesy tuna noodle casserole? What kind of rating on a scale of 0 to ooh? Ooh! Well, the oohs have it.
So for today's meal, we're going to do the Frito pie minus the bar. I bought just 1 big bag of Fritos. Should have probably bought a bigger one. But anyways, then we're going to make John's chili. I'm not making the cheesy guacamole, but I did just buy a guacamole to try with it. And then sour cream, and I have sharp cheddar and Monterey Jack. And then I bought these pickled jalapenos. And then the scallions, I just got green onions. So for John's chili, we got beef and onion. I need to chop the mushrooms. I got the Lowry seasoned salt, chili powder, cayenne pepper. I just have my minced garlic like I always get. Tomato sauce, I just did Great Value. I like Bush's, so I got Bush's light red kidney beans. And then of course, brown sugar. This is like, I don't know, the 400 chili recipe we've tried, so we'll have to see how it goes. I think it's pretty, you know, you brown it, you cook it, you boil it. So let's chop the mushrooms and get the meat browning. So I have the onions and the beef and the mushrooms in here, and it doesn't say anything about draining, but I am going to drain it and rinse it because my meat is super greasy, and then I'll put the seasonings in it and then the garlic and everything else. But I did not want to put the seasonings in before I drained it because I always rinse with hot water for fear that I would kind of rinse the seasoning off. So I see that it's no longer pink here, and I am going to rinse it. So we're all rinsed and drained. We absolutely did not like greasy meat, so that would have not been good. 2 tablespoons of the seasoning salt, 3 tablespoons of chili powder, and then 1 teaspoon of the cayenne pepper. And I need 2 tablespoons of garlic, but I'm getting to the end. That was about a half, kind of another half. I got 2 cups of water, 2 cans of the tomato sauce, 2 cans of the drained kidney bean, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I need to bring all of this to a boil. Okay, my chili is all done. It's good and hot. Frito bar over here, I have to get out the guac and the sour cream because I forgot that chili takes a little while to cook. You're supposed to use the little bag so the Fritos will be in the bottom, so I'm just gonna throw some Fritos in the bottom of my bowl, and then I put some chili over the top. I'm gonna use the Monterey Jack cheese, a little guac on the sidey, a little sour cream, a few jalapenos, and then a few scallions. And there is my little Frito pie bowl. So I will let you know how it tastes, and then that's about it, right? And then I also made some cinnamon rolls. If you grew up in the Midwest like me, you might have had cinnamon roll with your chili, so you'll have to let me know down in the comments if you did. So I'm gonna let them cool a little bit before I frost them, and then that'll be kind of our side dish dessert.
Chrissy Teigen is on a roll. This is the second recipe we had tonight. Is a Fritos chili bar, Frito pie bar. It's chili with like all the toppings you could imagine. We had what? Obviously Fritos. There was jalapenos. There was sour cream, guacamole, a couple different shredded cheeses, and a really good chili. I don't know, there was so much stuff in there. I didn't like really review the chili separately, I guess. It was really good. It was a little thicker, and it had a lot of good spices in it. Like it wasn't too hot though. I love the green stuff, the guacamole. I like that on there. That's the first time I've had that. There, look, there's the legend getting it stuffed in his face. But I'm assuming that's Chrissy Teigen. But anyway, she's on a roll. 2 of 2. Both of them have been good here. So I think there's one more to do for the video. So we'll see how that one turns out. Bye.
So the final recipe is John's breakfast sandwiches. I took out some ground pork for a different recipe, so I'm not quite sure if it's a half a pound or what, but you need pork, onion, brown sugar, garlic clove, vegetable oil, sage, which I don't know if I have, so we'll see, red pepper flakes, kosher salt, and ground pepper. And then I do have some English muffins and butter, cheese, and eggs, of course. So we're going to make these little cute breakfast sandwiches. I don't have sriracha, but I have Cholula and then the green Tabasco sauce. So I'm going to get all my ingredients out and then we'll start cooking. I don't have any sage. I think I got rid of it in my declutter here. But I do have marjoram leaf or marjoram leaf. I said, what's a good substitute for sage on Google? And this was one of them. And I really like this. I'm not a huge sage fan, but I do like this. So that'll be good. And then my onions are not finely chopped, so hopefully that's not the worst thing in the world. And then I'm thinking this is roughly a half a pound of pork, maybe more like 3/4. So we'll see if we get maybe a few more patties. I need to be better about labeling my packages. I've talked about that before, but man, is it getting me into trouble lately. I'm going to use my electric skillet, and I made 6 patties, probably about 3 inches instead of 4 inches, because that seems like a giant patty. So we got 2 English muffins that I just buttered. I'm going to put the cheese on, the sausage patty, which one side got a little darker than the other. And then Nick's egg is a little hard. And then I made mine over easy because I don't want it sunny side like the directions said. And I did put a little salt and pepper on the egg. And there's our John's breakfast sandwiches. We will let you know how they taste. So I guess my pork was a little greasy. My cookbook is nice and splattered now. That was the last recipe for this What's for Dinner. I had picked one other kind of like this rice porridge, and then I had changed my mind, so that's why we went with John's breakfast sandwiches, because I'd already taken out the pork. And they were good. They were greasy, you know, but they were good. They had a good flavor. Some were a little spicier than others, depending, I think, where like the red pepper flakes were. And I put a little Cholula on mine. And that was pretty good, and I had 2. I must have been really hungry today. But that is all I have for you. Nick says it should be John's cookbook since we've done 2 of his recipes. So hopefully next time I'll find more Chrissy's, I guess. So that's all I had for you. Hope you got some inspiration or motivation to try something new. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
Hey Chrissy, what would you give this cheesy tuna noodle